My friends, there exists a secret law, invisible, silent, yet more powerful than any force you've ever known. It governs every success, every failure, and every miracle ever witnessed by humankind. This is the law of aura, the radiant energy of your own spirit. You may not see it, but your aura speaks louder than your words, stronger than your actions. It is the electromagnetic echo of your inner world. It whispers your faith to the universe, and the universe always listens. When your mind is filled with fear, your aura dims. It repels opportunity, and doors seem to close. But when your mind burns with belief, when your soul vibrates with purpose, your aura expands like the rising sun, commanding attention from destiny itself. The greatest men and women who ever walked this earth did not chase success. They attracted it. They carried an energy so firm, so certain, that everything around them conspired to make their vision real. That is not luck. That is law. The aura follows the law of vibration. Whatever you think, you broadcast. Whatever you feel, you magnify. If your mind dwells on defeat, you transmit failure. But when your thoughts are tuned to victory, you radiate power, and power returns to its source. The world cannot resist a person whose aura is alive with certainty. People are drawn to confidence just as flowers turn towards sunlight. You become magnetic, not by force but by frequency. So guard your inner energy. Feed your aura with gratitude, faith, and vision. Do not let the noise of the weak dull your fire. Each morning rise and affirm, I am energy, I am light, I am unstoppable. Because when your aura burns with the flame of unwavering belief, no obstacle can endure your presence. Mountains bend, paths clear, and opportunities appear. The universe bows to the one who commands his energy with purpose. That, my friends, is the secret law of aura. And when you master it, nothing on this earth can stop you. There is an invisible power within you, silent, unseen, yet more potent than any force known to humankind. It lies dormant in many, waiting for the moment of awakening, waiting for the mind that dares to believe in its own greatness. This power is not given only to the gifted or the fortunate. It lives in every man and woman who walks this earth. It is the spiritual electricity that can light the darkest path, lift the heaviest burden, and transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Most people live as if they were powerless, chained by doubt, fear, and the opinions of others. They move through life hoping that luck will favor them, not realizing that luck is simply the shadow cast by inner power in motion. You were not born to drift like a leaf in the wind. You were born to command your direction, to mold your destiny, to awaken that sleeping energy within and make it serve your will. This invisible power responds only to belief. It cannot be forced, and it cannot be bribed. It yields only to conviction, the kind of faith that does not tremble when the world says no. When you believe in your purpose with every atom of your being, you summon forces unseen to work on your behalf. Circumstances bend, people appear, and opportunities align. To the untrained eye, it looks like coincidence, but those who know understand it is the law of energy, the law of vibration, unfolding with perfect precision. Every thought you think sets this law in motion. Your thoughts are electric impulses sent into the field of infinite intelligence. They draw to you their likeness. Thoughts of strength call forth more strength. Thoughts of doubt call forth defeat. If you wish to know what your future holds, look only to the pattern of your present thinking. The invisible power within does not argue. It creates according to the blueprint you give it. The greatest tragedy is not failure. It is unused power. Look around and you will see countless people with immense potential who have surrendered to small living. They wait for a sign, for a guarantee, for someone else to tell them they are ready. But the universe does not grant guarantees. It rewards movement. When you take the first bold step, your inner power surges forward to meet you. You do not need to see the whole road. You need only the courage to take the next stride. Power reveals itself in motion. You must train your mind to become the master of this power. The mind is both the switch and the conductor. If you feed it fear, it will darken your path. If you feed it faith, it will illuminate it. Each day you are broadcasting energy. In your words, your posture, your emotions, people can sense your confidence or your doubt. Before you speak a single word, you have felt it yourself, that invisible pull toward those who radiate certainty and the quiet urge to avoid those who carry despair. That is the aura of inner power, and it never lies. To strengthen it, you must guard your thoughts as a king guards his treasure. Refuse to let envy, anger, or fear find a dwelling in your mind. These are thieves that drain your energy and weaken your vibration. Replace them with gratitude, with purpose, with determination. Speak only of what you desire to create. Each word carries a charge. Use them to construct, not to destroy. Affirm with conviction that you are capable, deserving, and destined for greatness, and the invisible power within you will echo those declarations until they become fact. But belief alone is not enough. Power requires direction. A lightning bolt without aim burns. The same energy channeled through a wire gives light. You must give your inner energy a definite purpose. Decide what you want with precision. Feel it as though it already exists, and then act in harmony with that vision every single day. Consistency is the key that unlocks unlimited strength. Every act of faith, every small victory multiplies your aura until it becomes irresistible. When you encounter obstacles, and you will, do not see them as punishment, but as proof that your power is growing. Resistance is the friction that refines your energy. The seed must struggle through the soil before it meets the sun. The diamond is born only under pressure. So when challenges come, meet them with calm assurance. Say to yourself, this too shall serve me. And it will. Every setback carries a seed of equal or greater benefit if you have the wisdom to look for it. You are not a body with a spirit. You are a spirit with a body, a spark of infinite intelligence wrapped in flesh and bone. Within you lives the same creative essence that spins the planets and ignites the stars. To doubt yourself is to doubt creation itself. The power that built galaxies is the same power that beats in your chest right now. It waits only for your command. Awaken it, feed it with purpose, guide it with thought, and soon you'll discover that life bends to the strength of your inner vibration. People will sense your energy before they know your name. Doors will open where walls once stood. Success will no longer feel like a chase. It will feel like a natural consequence of who you have become. The invisible power within you is not a secret reserved for the few. It is the birthright of all, yet only those who dare to believe, who discipline their minds and align their hearts with their vision, will ever taste its full glory. Do not live as though you are powerless. You are a living magnet of potential, an instrument of divine energy, a walking miracle in motion. Stand tall, think greatly, act boldly. The moment you do, the invisible will rise to meet you, and you will be unstoppable. Everything in this universe is in motion. Nothing rests. Every atom, every star, every thought is vibrating at its own frequency, sending out invisible waves that ripple through space and return in kind. This is not merely philosophy. It is the rhythm of life itself. You, too, are vibrating every moment. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs radiate energy, shaping the circumstances that flow toward you. This is the law of vibration, the silent architect of destiny. Most people go through life unaware of the energy they transmit. They speak of luck and chance, of fortune and fate, without realizing that their own mental state is the magnet that pulls experience to them. You are never a victim of circumstance. You are the author of it. What you hold within, you project without. Your vibration announces who you are before your words ever do. When your mind vibrates with fear, it attracts confusion, resistance, and delay. But when your heart vibrates with faith, courage, and determination, the same law draws to you the resources, people, and opportunities that match that frequency. Every thought you think is a wave of energy, and that wave seeks resonance, attracts, not because of superstition, but because vibration demands harmony. If your inner world hums with gratitude, it cannot attract misery. If it hums with doubt, it cannot attract triumph. The universe responds to the vibration of your being, not to the words on your lips. You may declare success 1,000 times, but if your thoughts vibrate with fear of failure, the vibration of fear will override the sound of your voice. You cannot deceive energy. It mirrors what you are, not what you pretend to be. To master your life, you must first master your vibration. Every morning when you rise, the world listens to the frequency you send forth. You set the tone for the day by the emotion you choose to dwell in. If you meet the dawn with enthusiasm and faith, your vibration rises, and the day unfolds with momentum. If you begin with complaint, your energy sinks, and the hours ahead echo that same dissonance. The power is always yours. You are the tuning fork of your own destiny. Understand that emotion is the amplifier of vibration. Thought alone creates the pattern, but feeling gives it strength. A casual wish holds little power because it lacks vibration. A burning desire moves mountains because its frequency is intense and unwavering. When your heart and mind are united in belief, the universe feels it. You become like a signal tower broadcasting your purpose. And everything in harmony with that purpose begins to respond. The right people appear. The right ideas strike. The right timing unfolds. It seems miraculous, but it is law. The law of vibration, responding with perfect precision. You cannot rise while vibrating with resentment. You cannot attract abundance while vibrating with envy. You cannot draw love while vibrating with bitterness. Each of these emotions carries a distinct frequency, and the universe matches it faithfully. The wise, therefore, guard their emotional state as carefully as a treasure. When negative energy attempts to invade your mind, you have the choice to accept it or to transform it. Replace fear with faith. Replace doubt with decision. Replace complaint with gratitude. Every substitution lifts your vibration and alters the entire field of your experience. Think of your vibration as your personal atmosphere. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to brighten a room simply by entering it, while others bring a heaviness that silences joy? That difference is vibration. One radiates confidence and purpose. The other radiates confusion and worry. Both are sending energy, and both receive its echo. When your vibration rises high enough, you no longer need to chase success. Success gravitates to you. People are drawn to your certainty, to the quiet power that says, I know where I am going. But remember, vibration is not fixed. It shifts with every thought you hold and every emotion you feed. You are never trapped in a low state unless you choose to remain there. The moment you lift your thinking, your vibration begins to climb. You may start with a simple act, a word of gratitude, a vision of your goal, a moment of deep breathing to still the storm within. Each small act raises your frequency, and with it, your entire experience begins to shift. Persistence in high vibration builds momentum. Each day you dwell in constructive thought, your energy field strengthens. Eventually, it becomes a shield, repelling negativity, dissolving fear, and attracting only that which matches your elevated state. This is why two people may walk the same path but live entirely different realities. One is vibrating in harmony with success, the other with struggle. The difference lies not in opportunity but in energy. So discipline your mind. Let no idle or destructive thought linger unchallenged. Speak only words that empower. Associate with those whose vibration uplifts your own. Surround yourself with images, sounds, and habits that remind you of your greatness. Every influence carries a frequency, and you absorb it consciously or not. Be deliberate about what you allow into your mental field, for your vibration is both your compass and your shield. The law of vibration does not rest. It is as constant as gravity, as exact as mathematics. Whether you understand it or not, it is shaping your reality this very moment. You are broadcasting energy, and life is returning the signal. If what you see around you displeases you, do not curse the reflection. Change the vibration that casts it. The outer world is only the mirror of your inner frequency. When you align your thoughts with purpose, your emotions with faith, and your actions with conviction, your vibration becomes unstoppable. Then life opens before you like a willing servant, responding to every command of your focused will. The invisible law does not choose favorites. It serves those who understand it and obey its rhythm. So lift your vibration. Let every thought declare, I am worthy. I am capable. I am powerful. Feel the truth of those words until your entire being hums with certainty. In that moment, the world around you begins to shift. Obstacles dissolve, doors open, and the impossible becomes inevitable. For when your vibration rises, life cannot help but rise to meet you. Every person carries within themselves a power that reaches far beyond what the eye can see. It is the power of influence, the invisible force that flows from your thoughts, your attitude, and your presence. Whether you are aware of it or not, you are influencing the people around you every moment of your life. Your words, your tone, even your silence create waves that ripple outward and return multiplied. The truth is simple yet profound. You never act alone. You are always sending energy into the world, and that energy shapes your destiny. Influence begins within. A person cannot lift another higher than the height of their own faith. You cannot inspire confidence while you vibrate with doubt, nor attract opportunity while you are consumed with fear. The world does not respond to what you wish for. It responds to what you are. Your mental atmosphere, your aura, announces your state of being to everyone you meet. Some people draw success effortlessly because their inner energy speaks before they do. Others struggle, not because they lack talent, but because their energy contradicts their intention. Think for a moment of those rare individuals who seem to command attention the instant they enter a room. They may not be the tallest, the loudest, or the most decorated, yet all eyes turn toward them. Why? Because their inner vibration radiates certainty. They have mastered the quiet art of self-belief. Their influence is not forced. It is felt. Such individuals do not chase opportunity. Opportunity seeks them out because the universe loves clarity. The world moves in favor of those who know who they are and where they are going. Opportunity is not a matter of luck. It is the natural echo of influence. Life responds to the signal you send. When your heart is clear and your purpose is strong, you begin to attract circumstances that match your energy. The right people appear, not by chance, but by resonance. A conversation overheard at the right moment, a door opened by a stranger, a chance meeting that leads to transformation. These are not accidents. They are the reflections of the vibration you have cultivated within. You may ask, how does one build such influence? The answer lies in mastery of self. Begin by aligning your thoughts with your purpose. Every thought you allow is a seed planted in the field of reality. Doubt plants weeds. Belief plants fruit. Feed the seeds that serve your vision and pull out the ones that choke it. Guard your inner garden, for it is the source of all external growth. Next, speak with intention. Words carry the power of creation. Each time you speak, you set invisible forces in motion. Speak with conviction, and your words will carry weight. Speak with complaint, and you call forth more to complain about. People instinctively respond to the tone of energy behind your speech. When your words rise from faith and gratitude, they magnetize others. Influence begins where sincerity meets strength. Action is the amplifier of influence. The world does not reward ideas alone. It rewards the courage to act upon them. Each decisive step you take announces to the universe, I am ready. When you move with purpose, you stir unseen powers into motion. Opportunities begin to arrange themselves in patterns that seem miraculous, yet they are simply the natural result of bold vibration. Inaction, on the other hand, dulls your energy. Hesitation confuses the universe, for it cannot respond to uncertainty. Decide who you are, decide what you desire, and act as though it were already yours. That alignment creates momentum, and momentum is the heartbeat of opportunity. Do not underestimate the influence of attitude. A single positive mind can transform an entire environment. When you meet challenges with calm assurance, you send out waves of stability that others feel. You become a pillar in a world that trembles. People are drawn to strength, to warmth, to certainty, not because they are weak, but because they long for alignment. Your calm presence can do more to open doors than 1,000 anxious efforts. Remember also that influence thrives on service. True power does not come from domination, but from contribution. The person who seeks to lift others naturally rises with them. When you help someone see their own greatness, you expand your own. Opportunity flows most freely to those who create value. When your work, your words, and your actions add light to others, that light returns to you tenfold. The universe favors the giver. For giving keeps the energy of abundance in motion. Influence and opportunity are partners in a great cosmic dance. Influence sets the rhythm. Opportunity follows the beat. The stronger your influence, that is, the clearer and purer your vibration, the more abundant your opportunities become. You do not have to struggle to be seen. You must simply radiate what you wish to attract. The energy you send out cannot fail to return, for that is the eternal law. Each morning, remind yourself that you are the cause, not the effect. You are not waiting for a lucky break. You are creating the conditions for luck through your vibration, your attitude, and your action. The world mirrors your state of mind. If you believe in scarcity, you will see limitation. If you believe in growth, you will find doors where others see walls. Opportunity is never absent. It is only invisible to the eyes clouded by doubt. Walk through life as though the invisible forces of good are your constant companions, because they are: speak with faith, act with purpose, and carry yourself with quiet assurance. Soon you will notice that people listen more closely, respect your words more deeply, and offer you paths that once seemed closed. That is influence in motion. And when those doors open, as they surely will, step through them boldly. Opportunity rewards the one who dares. Every great success story is written by someone who recognized the whisper of chance and answered it with courage. You have within you the same energy, the same potential, the same invisible law working in your favor. Trust it, radiate it, live it, for when your influence is guided by purpose and your purpose is driven by faith, opportunity becomes inevitable. The world bends to meet the vibration of a determined soul. Stand in that energy, and you will find that the universe itself conspires to help you rise. Every person is born with a spark of greatness, a seed of divine potential waiting to be awakened, yet few ever discover how vast their power truly is. They live bound by fear, by hesitation, by the invisible chains of doubt. They settle for less, not because they lack ability, but because they lack awareness of what lives within them. To become unstoppable is not to gain something new. It is to awaken what has always been there, the indestructible power of your own spirit. The world often whispers that you must wait for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right approval before you can act. But those who become unstoppable never wait. They understand that perfection is an illusion, and that power comes from movement, not from permission. Every step they take, no matter how uncertain, builds momentum. Momentum becomes confidence. Confidence becomes mastery, and mastery makes them unstoppable. To become unstoppable, you must first conquer the battlefield within. Every obstacle you will ever face begins in the mind. The greatest war is not between you and the world, but between your dreams and your doubts. The voice that tells you to quit, to play small, to stay safe, that voice is the only real enemy. The moment you silence it with conviction, you reclaim your power. When your mind obeys your will, no external force can hinder you. There will be moments when everything seems to oppose you. The path will darken, the support will vanish. But remember this: the universe tests every great vision before it reveals its reward. The storm does not come to destroy you, it comes to strengthen your roots. The wind that bends the tree also forces it to grow deeper into the earth. When adversity rises, let it forge your determination. Say to yourself, I will not be moved. That single declaration has overturned empires and rewritten destinies. Unstoppable people are not fearless. They have simply decided that something else matters more than fear. They have a vision that burns brighter than their doubt. They wake each day possessed by purpose, and that purpose becomes their shield. The world cannot intimidate a soul on fire. Purpose gives power to persistence, and persistence creates miracles. When you refuse to stop, life eventually has no choice but to yield. You must also understand that failure is not your enemy. It is your instructor, your refiner, your necessary companion on the road to power. Every setback contains a lesson. Every defeat holds the seed of triumph. The unstoppable person studies the lesson, extracts its value, and moves forward with greater wisdom. The weak see failure as an ending. The strong see it as a signal to adjust and continue. The difference is not in circumstance, but in attitude. Discipline is the backbone of the unstoppable. Motivation can spark you for a moment, but discipline carries you through the long night. Discipline is doing what must be done whether you feel like it or not. It is the promise you keep to yourself when no one is watching. Each act of discipline strengthens your aura, sharpens your focus, and builds a reputation with your own soul. When you know you can rely on yourself, no challenge can shake you. Guard your environment. The company you keep either fuels your fire or drains it. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your vision, not your limitation. Avoid the voices that make you question your worth. You cannot soar while chained to those who crawl. Align with those who challenge you to grow. For iron sharpens iron. The unstoppable are never alone. Even when they stand apart, they are surrounded by the unseen support of those who believe in greatness. There will be days when progress feels invisible. You will work without applause, strive without recognition, and give without return. Yet it is in these quiet hours that destiny is shaped. The unseen effort is what builds unseen strength. Continue when others rest, believe when others doubt, and persist when others quit. Your consistency will turn to momentum, and your momentum will turn to power. The key to becoming unstoppable lies in certainty. Not arrogance, not blind optimism, but the unshakable knowing that you are the creator of your fate. The world mirrors your conviction. When you decide with absolute clarity that you will not be defeated, circumstances begin to rearrange themselves to honor that decision. Doors open, people appear, opportunities unfold. What once seemed impossible bends to your will because the universe always obeys a mind that knows what it wants. Faith is the engine of the unstoppable spirit. It is the quiet assurance that even when you cannot see the path, it still exists. Faith is not passive belief, it is active trust. Walking forward when sight fails, acting as though victory were already certain. Each time you move in faith, your vibration rises. Fear loses its grip, doubt dissolves, and your inner power takes command. You become a magnet for success, because the energy of certainty draws all things of equal strength to itself. When you reach this state, something extraordinary happens. You no longer chase results. You create them. You no longer wait for opportunity. You embody it. You walk into every room carrying an energy that changes the atmosphere. People feel it before they understand it. They call it confidence, charisma, luck. But it is none of these. It is the presence of one who has mastered themselves.